There's a human tendency to explain away negative outcomes as being due to something other than yourself, being due to luck or some other aspect of external circumstances. And this is the tendency that keeps hustlers in business. By hustlers, I mean people who play sports or games for real money. And one reason they can find people who will lose to them on a sustained basis and yet keep playing is these people convince themselves that they're actually at least as good as the person who keeps beating them. It's just that they keep having bad luck. You know, it's the shot on the 17th hole that one more yard and it wouldn't have hit the water. Or in backgammon, it's one single roll of the dice explains why they lost. These things may be true, but what they're not noticing is that when the other person loses, they have similar explanations, and maybe sometimes even when the other person's winning, they did it in spite of a lot of bad luck. But we don't notice the bad luck that other people have. So we have this tendency to not focus on ourselves in explaining negative outcomes, but to focus on ourselves when the outcomes are positive. And this happens not just in individual contexts, but in team contexts, when we assess how much we contributed to a team effort. And there's one study of academics who had co-authored papers, and of course getting a paper published in a journal is a success in itself. So they asked these people, well, how much of the overall effort were you responsible for? You know, when there were multiple authors, did you do 20%, 40% of the work? And it turned out in the average 4-person team, where papers had 4 co-authors, the total of claimed credit was 140% when they added up the evaluations of the people. So in a 4-person team, the average person was claiming more than 1/3 of the credit for the outcome. Now this finding covers both halves of the word benefactance. In other words, to say you contributed a lot to a team effort is both to say you're effective, you're capable, but also to say you were helpful to your teammates.